Welcome to 13 Hammer Time 62's LEGO Media Reviews. Today, as promised from last Friday, we have the LEGO Ideas book. Over 500 ideas from LEGO fans. This book retails for somewhere between $13 to $17 depending on the buyer or the store that you go to. It was created by DK Publishing, or Dorling Kindersley for the full title, and is written by Daniel Lipkowitz. This is a very exciting book, released last year, and should still be available in most stores such as Barnes & Noble. And it's also available on Amazon and other online stores. So, what's this book about? Well, this book gives you lots of ideas for different creations you can make, spanning from vehicles, different genres of different themes, such as knights, Vikings, spaceships. So you can build houses, and you can build stationary items. So we're just going to go briefly through each section. Here's one of the first ones: planes, trains, and automobiles. It's time to get going. How do you want to travel? By land, sea, air, road, or rail? Will your model have 2 wheels, 4 wheels, wings, propellers, or sails? So it's giving you some ideas on things you can build. They give a couple shots of things such as this airplane in different views, so you know how to build it. It's not an instruction booklet per se, but it does give you a bunch of pictures for ideas. Now, at the start of every section, such as, this one is all about vehicles, they give you a whole mess of pieces of some things you would probably use in this section of the book. You can see things like wheels, propellers, steering wheels, chairs, lots of different pieces, current and a little bit older, in fact. I'm not sure how often you can find the wagon wheels in this corner, or if you can find these train wheels. These are kind of around. Some pieces are a little bit older, maybe harder to find, or may not have been sold much to start with, such as this windshield. But nonetheless, they're not every piece in here is going to be needed for every model. It's mainly just to give you an idea of what kinds of pieces are used. So you see in here, you got small cars, you got off-road cars. Gonna flip a few pages. They give you some really interesting tips on each of these models. They show a little building brief, they call it. The kind of thing to build, how to use it, and some of the features. So this is a truck. It can move. You can put a minifigure inside, and you can store stuff in the back. They offer a couple creative ideas throughout the pages. It's a lot to read, but fun things to read. So they have, I'm trying to find it. Oh, in this corner it says, if you don't have pieces that look like cabbages, these are actually start as a headgear. This is a big piece of hair that looks like cabbage. If you don't have pieces that look like cabbages, choose pieces that resemble different cargo. So you can have different fruits. You can have boxes with tools or something. Just something to give your imagination a go. And they even split up parts of the model so you can see how it's built from the inside out and how it attaches on. And like I said, they give you a couple of pictures of different views. You got things like ice cream trucks, very creative with the flowers, the cups. This is an older piece from Harry Potter, which they use as a menu. And this, I would have built it differently, but this is kind of using the studs not on top technique. As you can see in this corner, that's how they put everything together. They build it sideways. As I mentioned before, they have Lego golf carts. In one of my extra videos that I mentioned, they had a fairly easy version for, easy to find these pieces for new builders. They use lots of different things. We're going to flip a bunch of pages through just to give you ideas of other things to build. So you have some helicopters, hot air balloons. And the next section is about housing. I apologize if I'm going fast, but I want to get through most of this book within the 10 minutes or less that we have in this review. And here's something interesting, just as a general building tip. If you don't have enough of one color, build walls with stripes or other patterns. You could try to replicate the look of real bricks, or use crazy colors. This is where they use similar to real bricks. If you remember in some of the most recent sets, such as the Winter Village Cottage and the Haunted House from Monster Fighters, they use that kind of technique where it looks like parts of the wall are peeled away so you can see the bricks, the ones where they have a little bit of texture on them. It's a very cool technique. And they have some of the minifigures are saying fun things on some of these pages. You know, like over here there's a kitchen area they have built. They're very creative with these pieces. These ones on the top are actually used for, originally were used for like as a cassette tape, but now in this model they've built it as a stove. So they have lots of different ideas, different ramps to build for. Got accessories. They got miniature models if you want to build it on a mini scale. They're just rough ideas to give you some inspiration. Be great for mock builders. They also have sections throughout the book, usually at the end of each section, where they have Meet the Builder, and it describes some information about, you know, it's a little questionnaire that with top builders and, you know, the people who have worked on these kinds of sections throughout the book. You have things in here such as space. They're very cool models. Some of the colors may be hard to find, or the styles of pieces, as I mentioned. It depends on your collection, you know. I don't think most people have this guy. And if you do, congratulations. They're very cool models to build in here. This is, forget how many pages it is, but lots of pages with excellent models to build. We have some aliens, and again we have things, you know. This is a page about that builder for this section. He built these kinds of models as, you know, inspiration to us. In the days of old, so we have knights, and, you know, horses, shields, all these kinds of pieces. Sometimes they flip the picture this way. And they show all different sizes of models. Interesting ways to build doors, so that it'll open and look like it's made of stone. You have different traps. Very cool. You know, they have in here something about the floor should match the rest of the door should match the rest of the floor, whether wooden or stone. So it's a huge surprise for unsuspecting minifigures. See how it looks almost the same, but it has a pin you can pull at and drop below. You have siege, battling rams, cannons, very micro builds. You know, you could build a house as simple as 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 6 pieces. And you have pirates, lots of pirate stuff, Vikings. So I think this is a great buy. You have aliens in there too, and I mean animals. It's a great buy for anyone who has extra pieces and wants to try to use them, you know, for fun models. You know, this is nice for a desk space. I might even build something like this Or there's one on another page, like this. Try to store Lego bricks in them. If you don't want to buy a minifigure case, they actually have a picture in here with, and they have some games, CD racks, and they have places in here. Trying to find it. There it is. You can build your own minifigure sand. So this is a brief look at all the ideas from the LEGO Ideas book. Thanks for watching.